Hello and welcome to my channel. I'm Autumn. I'm driven by a passion for exploring the world's most breathtaking destinations and historic sites. I'm thrilled to take you on this journey with me as I venture off the beaten path to uncover the secrets of our incredible world. From ancient ruins to modern marvels, I'll be immersing myself in vibrant cultures and discovering the magic that awaits us. Join me as I wander through the ages, visiting legendary landmarks and experiencing the beauty and wonder of our planet. In this channel, I'll be sharing my adventures, so come along and let's explore together. Welcome to the Cu Chi Tunnels, a network of hidden passageways that played a crucial role in the Vietnam War. Built in the 1940s, Cu Chi tunnels were initially used as a refuge from French colonial forces. However, during the Vietnam War, the tunnels became a vital strategic asset for the Vietnamese soldiers. The tunnels were dug by hand, often in treacherous conditions. Soldiers would climb down through hidden openings, often disguised as dead leaves, termite mounds, or bushes. This tour guide is wearing a traditional Vietnamese soldier's uniform to help him blend in with the surroundings. The green colors of the clothing allow him to merge with the shade of the trees, just like the soldiers did during the war. He is showing how to quickly hide from an enemy patrol. He covers the entrance with leaves and branches, making sure to erase any signs of disturbance. This is the man-made cover for the replica of the main entrance of the Cu Chi tunnels. It's built to prevent rain from slipping into the tunnel. Back in the day, this cover didn't exist. The main entrance is a small, unassuming opening in the ground that leads to a vast network of underground tunnels and chambers. During the Vietnam War, the Vietnamese soldiers used this entrance as a secret gateway to access their hidden underground base. They utilized the main entrance to transport supplies, including food, weapons, and ammunition, to sustain their operations. They also moved troops in and out of the tunnels through this entrance, allowing them to launch surprise attacks on enemy forces and then quickly retreat to the safety of the underground tunnels. Cu Chi tunnels were constructed with 3 levels, featuring a hidden well for accessing water and an escape route leading to the Saigon River, allowing soldiers to flee quickly and safely. After the war, the tunnels were preserved and opened to tourists in 1988, with a 120-meter, 394-foot section available for exploration. This section has been widened and lit for safety, while other areas remain closed due to damage or safety concern. The walls are primarily composed of natural soil and clay, with some sections incorporating laterite, sand, and wooden supports to provide structural stability and prevent collapse. The soldiers who stayed underground faced challenging conditions, including cramped spaces, poor ventilation, limited food and water. One of the most remarkable features of the tunnel is its ingenious air supply system, cleverly disguised as fake termite mounds with holes to provide ventilation. However, it's widely acknowledged that small air vents like these are insufficient to provide adequate airflow for a large number of people living underground. Despite facing daily life and death situations, they successfully constructed a complex network of underground bunkers and tunnels. Included command bunkers, troop bunkers, supply bunkers, medical bunkers, food bunkers, dining bunkers, guard bunkers, weapon bunkers, communication bunkers, intelligence bunkers, and training bunkers, each serving a specific purpose to facilitate the Viet Cong's military operations. Guard bunkers were strategically placed to monitor tunnel entrances and secure the perimeter from potential threats. Armed with weapons, guards could quickly respond to any intrusion attempts. These bunkers were located at tunnel entrances and perimeter locations, equipped with observation slots and firing ports, staffed by armed guards, ready to respond to threats, and enabled rapid response to potential intrusions. What you're looking at are replicas of the underground bunkers. Imagine, back during the war, none of these structures were visible. All the bunkers were hidden underground, and the area resembled a typical wooded area with no signs of the extensive network of tunnels and bunkers beneath. I'm unsure if the kitchen equipments are original. However, they do give visitors a glimpse into how they prepared food, lived, and fought for their freedom. One would wonder, how did they manage to prevent smoke from rising into the air? They used long, winding tunnels to disperse smoke from their kitchen bunkers, making it difficult for American forces to pinpoint the source. They also employed smoke-dispersing materials, such as wet leaves or damp cloth, to minimize smoke visibility and scent. Additionally, they utilized ventilation shafts, smoke diffusion chambers, and underground cooking to reduce smoke visibility. They also timed their cooking to coincide with favorable wind conditions or nighttime hours to further minimize detection. Moreover, they used smoke-absorbing plants like bamboo or tropical foliage to absorb or mask smoke. Finally, they opted for low-smoke fuels, such as dry wood, to minimize smoke production. On display are mannequins depicting Vietnamese soldiers in traditional southern black attire, digging tunnels and discreetly concealing the excavated soil. The U.S. military dropped B-52 bombs on the area. The bombing campaign aimed to disrupt enemy hideouts. Living underground is already a daunting challenge, but living alongside deadly bombs in adjacent rooms is even more perilous. The Vietnamese soldiers adhered to their proverb, "He brought it upon himself," in their resistance against the U.S. soldiers. They would extract failed-to-detonate bombs dropped by the U.S., carefully transport them back to their tunnels, and manually disarm them by pouring cold water to cool down the detonator and prevent explosion. Then they would repurpose the bomb powder to create new explosive devices, strategically placing them along American patrol routes. Many soldiers have indeed lost their lives while attempting to manually retrieve and disarm bombs, often in the line of duty and in service to their country. Their bravery and sacrifice cannot be overstated, and it's essential to honor their memory and acknowledge the risks they took to protect others. It would be a mistake to overlook the bravery of young female soldiers who fought alongside their male colleagues. Their sacrifices played a significant role in shaping the outcome of the Vietnam War, and their contributions likely shortened its duration. Tragically, many of these women lost their lives before they had the chance to fully experience life. Rubber sandals became a popular choice for soldiers and civilians due to their practicality, durability, and affordability, making them an ideal footwear option for navigating the country's tropical climate and challenging terrain. Rubber sandals were essential for soldiers in Cu Chi tunnels because they provided traction, quiet movement, and comfort, and had to be constantly made and repaired due to the tunnel's harsh environment, which caused rapid wear and tear, ensuring soldiers maintained mobility, stealth, and comfort during their underground operations. Vietnamese soldiers utilized gravity to design traps that would catch enemy soldiers off guard while on patrol. These traps featured a dual threat design where the unsuspecting soldier would either fall into a pit lined with metal spikes, causing severe injury or death, trigger a wooden strap reinforced with metal spikes that would swing down, inflicting serious harm to their leg or ankle. Some of these traps were engineered to swing back and forth, ensuring a deadly impact on the enemy. This use of gravity and motion made the traps even more lethal and feared by enemy forces. Vietnamese soldiers observed the tactics employed by U.S. forces, including their method of breaching doors through kicking. This observation led to the development of a countermeasure designed to neutralize this technique. They created a simple yet effective trap known as the door trap. This trap consisted of a wooden strap or plank reinforced with metal spikes, which was anchored to the door frame or surrounding structure. When a U.S. soldier attempted to kick in the door, their foot would trigger the strap, causing it to swing down and strike their body with considerable force. This would either immobilize the soldier or inflict serious injury, leaving them vulnerable to attack. Tank patrols were conducted by U.S. armored units to achieve various mission objectives, including reconnaissance, securing roads, providing fire support, detecting and destroying enemy positions, and disrupting enemy supply lines. A typical tank patrol consisted of 2 to 5 tanks, often accompanied by 1 to 2 infantry squads and 1 to 2 armored personnel carriers or trucks. This is a M41 Walker Bulldog tank, struck a mine while patrolling near the Cu Chi tunnels in 1970. The mine was detonated by the tank's tracks, causing substantial damage to the vehicle. The blast tore off the tank's tracks and damaged the suspension. Although the tank was not completely destroyed, it was rendered inoperable. On display are 2 of the many artillery weapons that North Vietnamese soldiers successfully moved from north to south, utilizing supplies and support from Communist alliance countries, and employing nighttime movements, jungle concealment, camouflage, disguise, deception, local knowledge, and efficient supply chain management as they traversed the legendary Ho Chi Minh trails. Located near the shooting range is a U.S. patrol jeep, a poignant reminder of the conflict that once ravaged this land. While visitors are offered the opportunity to engage in target shooting at the range, I firmly believe that this activity should be discontinued. As a mark of respect for the soldiers on both sides who lost their lives in this war. This land should be a place of peace and remembrance, not a venue for simulated violence. Disclaimer: this video showcases the actual Cu Chi tunnels and artifacts from the Vietnam War. While the events depicted are based on real historical facts, our presentation is intended for entertainment and educational purposes. We strive to maintain the accuracy and integrity of the historical record, and any creative elements or narrative techniques used are intended to enhance the storytelling without altering the fundamental facts of what occurred in Cu Chi. We respect the experiences and sacrifices of those who lived through this period in history and aim to honor their stories through our presentation.